Flaky Soap Flake Company presents The Foster Bunkham Show, starring noted expert Professor Foster Bunkham, with special guest Cassius King of radio station KRFH. Folks, do you suffer from dry, itchy skin? Maybe it's the harsh chemical soap that you're using. Flaky Soap Flakes provides a mild, bubbly cleansing action that will soothe and moisten your skin, and it can also soften and whiten your laundry, ensuring a day filled with tranquility and joy. Flaky Soap Flakes, available in the cleaning aisle of your favorite store. Try some today. And from the bubbly demeanor of the professor, I can tell that he bathed with Flaky Soap Flakes this morning and he's ready to start the show. So here he is, Professor Foster Bunkham. Today we have something a little different. I was recently interviewed by Cassius King of radio KRFH in his studio. We chatted about Trinidad history. That's Trinidad, California. And here's that interview.
Hello, Professor, and welcome to today's show.
Thank you for having me.
I'm speaking with noted expert Foster Bunkham, who has a story about a whaling station in Trinidad. When was there a whaling station here?
Well, the station was here from about 1920 to 1926.
And where was it?
Down on the beach where the Seascape restaurant is now located.
And how did the whaling process work?
Very well.
I mean, what was the process?
Steam-powered whaling ships, they just hunted along the seas along the north coast. They'd go out and make 1 to 3 trips per day. It was a process called shore whaling because they didn't go to sea for months at a time hunting. They were just in and out. In fact, the lighthouse keepers often acted as lookouts, watching for the faint white puffs of the whales blowing as they came up for air, and then they alerted the whalers.
And how many whales would they catch that way?
As many as 29 whales were caught per week. After being harpooned, they were filled with air and towed to Trinidad Bay. It wasn't unusual to see 2 or 3 whales anchored and floating in the bay at any given time. Then a processing plant used an actual Dolbeer steam donkey to winch them up into the plant for processing.
And what did they process out of the whales?
Well, of course, whale oil was the main product, even though oil lamps weren't as prevalent across the country by then. However, companies like Procter & Gamble used the oil to manufacture their finest soaps.
Yikes.
And the Standard Oil Company used whale oil combined with mineral oil to make lubricants. Do you know that even oleomargarine was made from the lowest grades of the oil?
Oh, yum.
And if the meat was fresh enough, it was turned into chicken feed. And the blood and intestines were ground up to make fertilizer.
Sounds like they didn't waste a thing.
Well, even the bones were run through pressure cookers where the last drops of oil were extracted, and after being dried, the material was sent to sugar refineries to be used in refining sugar.
I don't even want to know.
And the whole process produced a somewhat offensive smell, though. It said you could smell Trinidad well before you got here.
And the plant lasted until 1926?
Yeah, they were finally closed down due to unsanitary conditions.
How could they tell with that smell?
And most residents were hugely relieved when they ceased operations.
I can imagine. Well, thank you, Professor, for another fascinating moment in Trinidad history.
Tune in again next time for more of the Foster Bunkham Show.